Hello, and welcome to the Community IT Innovators Technology Topics Podcast, where we discuss nonprofit technology, cybersecurity, tech project implementation, strategic planning, and nonprofit IT careers. Find us at communityit.com.
Hello, and welcome to Community IT Innovators Technology Topics Podcast. My name is Carolyn Woodard. I'm your host, and today we are starting a new journey in 2026 where I will be doing a midweek update on nonprofits and AI. Artificial intelligence is on everyone's mind these days, and it really is impacting nonprofit IT. If you don't think you know everything about AI, join the club. Even AI experts don't know everything that's going on with every tool all the time and all the implications. So this year we're going to try this experiment of a short midweek podcast, just a little news update on something about AI that is in nonprofit news, maybe a resource or two to point you to, a helpful tip, some other ideas. Maybe we'll have some guests, but in general, it'll just be me doing a quick update. So welcome. If you are new to AI, if you are accomplished and happy and always learning new AI tools, please welcome everyone. We're going to learn a lot more about this together, especially how it interacts with nonprofit IT. So I wanted to start out our first day with the AI podcast to just maybe go back and go over definitions and kind of set some levels. So if you are not at all sure what AI is, even though it's all around all the time, don't worry, you are not alone. I was talking with someone over the holidays and she just asked me, what is AI? I keep hearing about it. So it's not true that you're the only one who hasn't been paying attention. So I think also one of the things about artificial intelligence AI is that we have been using it for a long time, just in different guises. And so, when you use GPS in your car, when you are doing Google search and you're getting suggestions, the algorithm is, using these types of artificial intelligence analysis to return the things that you're most likely to be looking for. So all of that is AI. I talked to someone recently who said it's convenient to think about it in buckets of that you have the embedded AI, and this is something that we've had for a while, like in GPS, like in the algorithms, and that's going to continue, and you're going to have embedded AI in a lot of the tools that you already use. So next time you do an update for Excel, you're going to see, do you want to use AI for this? So it'll be in there. And I think one of the things that really changed when ChatGPT came out and it kind of hit the big time over the past year is prompting AI. So AI where you go to Copilot or Gemini or Cloud or other AI tools, ChatGPT, although hopefully you aren't using that out in the public. If you are at a nonprofit and you are using Microsoft or Google Workspace, you probably have access to quote unquote internal AI tools like Copilot and Gemini that you can use from within your single sign-on. So it's more protected and a little bit more private. Of course, check your AI policy for that, or maybe check with your IT team if you're not sure how to access those tools, or if you're still going out to public Gemini or public ChatGPT, maybe talk with your IT people about it or check your policy. But that prompting AI is those tools like a chatbot, like ChatGPT, where you're going to ask it something and it's going to go out to its database, the data center, of other times people have asked a similar type of question and what the answers were. And you can imagine that's a lot of data. And the thing that really changed with ChatGPT and the reason they're building all of these databases is the speed at which you can just put in your question prompt. It can sort through on its end. What do those packets of words, when people have used those packets in those orders before, what did that sentence mean? So it crunches that like in milliseconds, basically. And then it's going to look through when that sentence has been put in place before, what were the answers? And it's going to go through again and find the packets. Like if I use this packet of these words together, what's the most likely next packet of words that I would use if I were an English speaker? And this goes to these large language models, all of the content we've been putting on the web, on the internet for a decade at this point. And so the artificial intelligence it's doing something very similar to what we do in our brains, but it's doing it in this kind of mechanical way of saying it's just going by the probabilities. So it doesn't know that this is a sentence, that it has meaning. It knows that in general, these types of words packets come after these other types of word packets, and that makes a sentence that is understandable. And of course, it's always learning, so it's getting better and better at returning something that is a sentence that makes sense in that context. Although every once in a while, you'll still catch it doing something that you're like, oh, that isn't what that means at all, which is one of the other big fundamental things that we are advising all of our nonprofit clients to do, which is make sure two things. One, that you have a human being looking at any output, especially any output that is critical to you. So something that is public, something that would have a damaging effect if it's not correct and accurate, or if it doesn't make sense, or if it's insulting. So you should always have a human being as the final editor. And that's not just on content that you're putting on your website that was maybe drafted by AI tools, but Excel spreadsheets that you're using. If you ask AI to help you with it, make sure that you're doing something that you know what the answer is or should be, and you're checking it. Like any assistant, you're going to give it some work to do, and then you're going to check its work. So that's one thing to think about when you're using AI, is make sure you have a human that's the editor. And then, of course, you want to make sure that you're using AI in compliance with your AI policies. This may be something that your nonprofit is not quite got all of your policies formally in place. They may not be public policies. They may be kind of floating around in the background. If you don't have an AI policy in your acceptable use policy, that big policy document usually you read when you're first hired, and then you don't usually look at it very much anymore after that. But it's a good thing to start that conversation. Ask, what is the AI policy? Just keep asking. People may say, oh, that's a good idea, we should have one. People may say, oh, it's on page 23. Didn't you read your employee handbook? So just make sure that you're asking about the policy, and that what you're using AI to do at your nonprofit is complying with that policy. So to get back to what AI is, that's basically it. It's going out to it's using its database, its large language model, to predict. Sometimes I call it predictive text. What you are asking it to do. And in a future podcast, AI podcast, we'll talk a little bit more about prompting and how you can write better prompts to get more accuracy. And you can prompt in ways that the AI tool will return information about what it's not sure about, which can be really useful to you when you are the human editor giving a last look over what the AI has drafted for you. So we'll cover that in the future. But for this episode, I wanted to just do a quick level setting. I'm going to include some resources in the show notes. This will be on our website as well all year. We're going to be sharing these resources with you with links and checked for accuracy. And hope this will be helpful to you. As always, if you have questions or comments, you can always respond to the podcast. I see comments where you're listening. I would love to interact with you on LinkedIn. You can ask questions there. We're on Reddit at Nonprofit IT Management. So you can ask questions there as well. I will be posting all of these resources there as well. We know that AI is, as someone said, it's the water that we're swimming in now. You can hold your breath if you want to. And a lot of nonprofits, of course, are seeing a lot of the ethical issues around AI, the transformation of neighborhoods and communities, the environmental impact, the concentration of power, and the power imbalance of these 4 companies that pretty much are running all AI. And I did hear at a conference this great quotation. Someone said, whenever you think anything about AI, remember that there is $1 billion advertising campaign aimed at you, the consumer, to convince you that AI is something that you should use and that is great. So just like any other advertising campaign, like take it with a grain of salt and make your own decisions as much as you can, knowing that all of the advertising is all around you, as well as AI being all around you. So I hope that was helpful. This is our midweek AI podcast as part of the Technology Topics podcast from Community IT. And I'm Carolyn Woodard, your host, and I look forward to continuing to talk about AI all year.
Community IT does these free webinars and podcasts for our community, and we love sharing our knowledge and experience. If you have more questions or are having trouble with your IT at your nonprofit, please get in touch with us on our website, www.communityit.com, so we can start a conversation or schedule an assessment. Downloading any of our free resources there will get you signed up for our webinar reminders, and you can attend our next webinar in real time and ask our experts your own questions. If you love podcasts, please subscribe and leave us a rating to help others find this leadership resource for nonprofits.